How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're heading back into my 11k sub special, 8k subs later, with What If Goku Trained Oob Early. Can you guess what I'm going to say next? Well, I'm very sorry that this has taken so long to continue, but this time it's only because I've had no idea how to continue this series by what I created in the first part. But these many months later, I think I've been able to get something in here that I think I can work with. If you guys want to check out the last part, then make sure to click the link up above to see it. Once you've done that, and if you're interested in seeing more of this scenario, then make sure to like it and subscribe. If this video gets 200 likes, then I'll make sure to continue it. As always, huge shout out to all of my amazing patrons who help and support my channel, as it always means a lot. Now, with all that, let's get right back into this video. We last left off with Goku and Oob training together in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. They've been in there for a long while, meaning we can have Oob age up by quite a little bit, and that way I can have some more renders to use. During this time, Goku has been going at it with Oob in his god state. Since after sensing the godly power inside of him, he figured it was best to go in with his own god power as well. Oob was able to get used to this kind of power and can now actually fight pretty well against a god in his base form, which really impresses Goku, as he knew that if Boo got the right training he deserved, he'd be a force to be reckoned with. Though, since they've been training so much, Goku has unlocked a new transformation of his own. The Super Saiyan Blue state. Since Oob has gotten so powerful through training with Goku, he's been able to push Goku to his own limits, which grants him the power of Blue. He's not as good with it as he is in canon, as he doesn't have Whis around to help him out with it, but he's still pretty good with the power. Since Goku has gotten a stronger power, he wants to make sure Oob has at least a chance against it, and wants to give him a power-up as well. They can't work out in the time chamber since Goku doesn't want to kill the kid right away, but he wants to show him the Kaioken. As with this, he can have a power to rival Blue. Oob is able to get the hang of the Kaioken pretty easily, as even though he's human, he's a lot stronger than all of them and can take on this power and its higher levels with no sweat. With the Kaioken at his disposal, Goku is able to clash with Oob even more and get even better gains, since he has a stronger sparring partner now. Of course, Oob doesn't spend all of his time with just Goku, as he wants to go around and learn other things about who he is. Specifically with Majin Buu. As the reincarnation of the evil in Buu, he wants to learn more about his Buu abilities and origin. With a kid around him quite a lot, Buu doesn't really sleep all the time anymore, as he helps Oob discover more about his inner magic, and trains with him occasionally. As we saw in the Moro arc, Oob had no training at all and was able to draw out his inner god power to help against Moro. So, an Oob with training should definitely be able to draw out some of his magic power as well. Especially since Kid Buu was able to mimic abilities he only saw very briefly. I'm pretty sure Oob would inherit that power as well. He definitely can't do it as well as Kid Buu since he's still a human, but he would be able to get it down to a degree. Oob has grown to a very powerful man, where now he's even recommended to go and battle it out in Universe 6 versus Universe 7 tournament. He's surprised to hear that, but Vegeta has returned to the planet to get some members of the tournament, and while Goku was picked first, he's the second choice, as he may be stronger than even Gohan is now. Oob is definitely up for it, but he's just in wonder how he gets to go out in space for the first time and battle in Universal Tournament. Sounds like a lot of fun, but he's pretty worried. Buu will come along though to help make sure he's more comfortable, as he's been in space countless times and can make sure everything is fine. Though Beerus is still going to be a gigantic idiot and recruit Monaka, which I will say to this day is the stupidest character in all of Dragon Ball. But he needs to have everybody have some kind of motivation or whatever, so yeah, Monaka is still here unfortunately. All of the other Z fighters besides Gohan come along to watch, and Oob is mesmerized by all of the Super Dragon Balls and all of these fighters he has to watch. Though, things don't start off too well, as in the manga, Buu fails the test to get in since he can't even get his own name right, and they're down a fighter already. He gets even more stressed when Goku suggests that he go first, since the fighter he's gonna go against is definitely not the strongest of the team. Goku tells him he's gonna be fine, and just remember they're training together. Oob goes into ring first to fight against Botamo, and while Oob goes in for the main attack at first, it's not doing anything against him, and he needs to try and find a simpler approach. He flies all around Botamo to make him dizzy, and then boosts up into Kaioken to fly directly at his stomach, and flies so far into him that the ricochet sends him flying out of the arena. Oob has won his first tournament match. Goku and Buu are insanely proud of Oob for getting out of that one, though there's no time to celebrate as the next match up is Frost. During the fight with Frost, it's clear that Oob is a lot more powerful than him, but for some reason, he can feel himself getting dizzy as the fight goes on, and he doesn't know why. Is it the Kaioken having an effect on him? He doesn't really know. Though, the dizziness eventually knocks him out, and he is eliminated. All the participants are confused, as Oob seems to have had that one in the bag, so they have no idea what's wrong. Goku has no idea what happened, and says he'll come in to fight next to figure out what's going on. Goku goes Super Saiyan and pushes Frost into his final form, but even though Goku is overwhelming him, he feels the same dizziness as Oob and is knocked out. Hey everybody, sorry to interrupt the video, but it's sponsorship time. This video is sponsored by Fandom Ion, who sells some really great anime and manga merch, and a bunch of other cool merch for some pretty cool prices, such as Marvel merch as well for all you Marvel nerds like me. If you want to get these fine items for an even lower price, then make sure you click the link in the description down below and put in a discount code DAMON for not 5% off, but 10% off of your order. Again, that's code DAMON for 10% off of your order. Hopefully, you won't regret your purchases. Now, let's get back into the video. This is when Jocko notices that Frost is cheating with the poison needle, and he is disqualified. Oob and Goku are reinstated into the tournament, and unlike in Canon with Vegeta forcing Piccolo to stay out for some reason, Oob is brought right back into the fight and to move on to the next opponent. Vegeta is next to fight, and once again, Oob is having problems with being able to move him at all, and even with the Kaioken, he can't push him out of the arena. Since Oob isn't exactly the type to insult somebody, which is Vegeta's weakness, he seems to be out of luck. But he does have one more trick up his sleeve, and he hopes that'll work. Oob powers up a Kamehameha and fires it at Vegeta, and since Vegeta thinks it's a regular Kamehameha, he lets it hit him. That is until he then transforms into a piece of chocolate. Oob was able to combine his magic chocolate beam into a Kamehameha to blindside Vegeta, and it worked. He then flies down and throws the piece of chocolate out of the arena and transforms Vegeta back to normal, winning the match. Goku is insanely proud of Oob for this one, as using magic combined with ki is an amazing idea and one he didn't think was possible. Boo did a good job in showing him how magic works. The next fighter to come in is Kaba, and Oob is easily more powerful than him once he shows off his Kaioken and doesn't need to use any tricks to defeat him. He's not going to try to show him how to get to Super Saiyan form or anything, as he has no need to, but it's still a good match, and Kaba is knocked out. Finally, it's time for Oob to go against the assassin, Hit. And while he can try all he wants with the Kaioken, he's nowhere near powerful enough to do any significant damage to him. Hit also doesn't want to be turned into candy, so he makes sure to get rid of Oob as fast as possible. Oob is disappointed that he wasn't able to go all the way into tournament, but Goku tells him not to worry as he did fantastic in his own right, and this guy is way out of his league. Goku goes in next to fight against Hit, and while he doesn't do a good job in his base, he's able to notice Hit's time skip pattern as he does in canon, and their fight actually goes pretty similar. The only big difference is that Goku can't utilize the blue Kaioken. As well, he did get back into it by showing Oob how to use it, he hasn't gotten the hang of blue enough to use it in this fight. Eventually, Goku is knocked out and it's Vegeta's turn to step in. This is basically their final shot, and thankfully Goku was able to wear Hit out enough for Vegeta and try and get something done. He has also managed to achieve blue in this time, and even has some power of a destroyer here. He doesn't have the power of Ultra Ego this early obviously, but unlike in canon, Vegeta's been training with Whis and Beerus to a degree, and is able to have some destroyer energy, which can come in handy. Since Vegeta has a little boost with this power, he's able to finish off what Goku started against Hit, and win the tournament. With the tournament won, everything that happened with Zeno showing up and a wish on the Super Dragon Balls happens as normal. But there is an offer that Beerus gives Goku. He tells him that he did an excellent job during the tournament and even managed to unlock a power that Vegeta needed Whis to help him with. He would do great things with the gods, and they would love to train them. Goku is honored to be asked by the God of Destruction to go and train, though he still has some unfinished business with Oob. Beerus says that's not an issue, as he'd like this Oob boy to come along as well. He can tell that he's the reincarnation of Majin Buu, and it's very impressive how they managed to restrain such a beast in this boy's body, and he's interested to see what he can do. Oob is honored to go off and train with gods, and once he checks in with his parents, he'd be happy to. Once all is set, Goku and Oob then go off to Beerus' planet to go and learn how to control their powers even more so than before. While they're all off training though, there is another threat looming overhead. Zamasu. Zamasu watched the entire tournament play out, and noticed these three all have unique powers. Vegeta is clearly the strongest of them all, while having God Ki and Destroyer Energy, while Goku is a unique case, since he has godly ki without really training with the gods. Then there's Oob, who's the reincarnation of a demon, and has all sorts of ki and magic inside of him. All of these mortals toyed with godly energy, and they need to be punished. The question is though, which of their bodies should he take to meet his goals? Well, once again, I'm going to leave that up to you guys. Whose body do you think Zamasu should take? Goku's, Vegeta's, or Oob's? Make sure to comment down below who you think for the next part, as the pass will go very differently for whoever you pick. So, tune in next part to see who you guys voted for. Thank you all so much for watching this scenario, and if you liked it, then make sure to like and subscribe. As again, if this video gets 200 likes, then I'll make sure to continue with a part 3. Thank you all so much for watching, and until we meet again. See you later!